Okay, so let's have a look at the kit. Once you open it, you'll see that you've got a transformer, you have a transmitter, and you have a receiver collar that receives the transmission. Let's have a look at these. I'll take the transformer out. These two can stay in there because here's one I prepared earlier, and I'll just whack those over there for a tick. Inside, I'll put these away. Inside your kit, you'll find several bags. Let's look at charging it up first because you can't get far unless you charge it up. Incidentally, one of the things I love about this remote, I'll get into the warranties and the guarantees later, but it's completely waterproof receiver collar and waterproof transmitter, which means that when I take it to the country shows, which I've been doing for the last 14, 15 years, I know that if I go back the next year, I'm not going to get in trouble with selling stuff that really isn't doing the job. I know that if this is, hung on a dog and they're going bushwalking, they're going down the beach, they're going rounding up sheep, etc., and even more interesting other pursuits, that they're going to take the knocks. And if someone drops this on the floor of the ute and kicks it around for a few months, also drops it in the trough or goes down the beach and drops it in the water, whatever, pick it up, wash it off, keep going. So it's a very good warranty and it's well covered. So let's look at charging. On the charger, you've got a little slot down the side of the unit, and that will slide in one way into the receiver collar. The receiver collar and the transmitter both have lithium-ion rechargeable batteries, which means 2-hour charge time for you and also 2 to 3 days on the dog. The transmitter won't need charging very much because that is not being used unless you push the button and you see the little light. The receiver collar is listening for the radio signal, and that helps you get speed of reaction. So when you push the button, the dog gets a speed. This one's the 425E, so it has a range of up to 450 metres. What will change the range is if the dog's got his back to you, or he's over a hill or trees around the area, or he's behind something as well. So just remember that. Now, once you've charged it up and ready to go, when you first get it, inside your kit, you will find in your little bag, there are a selection of probes and washers. So you've got a choice of short-haired dog probes and long-haired dog probes. And trap for young players, guys, keep an eye out for this one. You've actually got plastic plugs on the receiver collar when you first get it. So don't call us and say it's not working on the dog until you've actually made sure you've got the real correction probes on there, which means that when you first get it and you want to do beeper training or vibration training only, you don't have to put the stim probes on the actual unit. Now, you've got a lanyard in your kit. You can hook that up to the transmitter and that can hang around your neck. We will be doing an article on dogs being collar shy or being collar aware, and also being receiver aware as well. So my advice is to follow our little guide that we send with you and don't show the dog the handpiece, and also use our techniques to make sure they don't sort of think, well, the collar's on, I have to behave, collar's off, I can do what I want. So select the probe size and make sure you put the little spare rubber stoppers in a place where you know you're going to find them if you do need them. Haven't had a lot of issues with that, and again, we don't have a lot of warranty returns for this, but it does have a 3-year warranty, which is really fantastic. Inside your little bag, you'll find there's another manual. You can get rid of this. This is international warranty stuff. We can help you out if you have any questions on that sort of thing. And this is the some other notice checking the country laws and regulations to make sure you can use them, etc. if you're in different countries. So pop that down there. The first few pages of these books, that was pretty good. You've got the English, so don't be too worried about how thick this book is, because you can just read the first few pages. That's more about the features of the product and how to change the coding, which we'll get into in a little later on. Now, when straight out of the box in the factory setting, when you turn it off, there's a little button on the inside. You push that button and the collar will say, yes, I'm on. Okay, and then that's communicating, should be communicating already with your handpiece. If I push the side button, the collar will pick up the signal and give the dog a beeper. You can change the settings to make that do a vibration, but then what happens on a one-dog system, if you turn this down to VT, vibration, train or tone, and then you push the top button, the collar will give a vibration. You may not be able to hear that, but that collar is vibrating. Let's see if we can stick it on top of the second dog collar. And if you go for a 2 or a 3 dog system, you can actually have 1 button per dog, and then when you turn the dial down, you can decide whether the dog's going to feel a vibration or hear the beeper. So you've got a choice there. And coding them together, we're going to do another video on how to code them together. So that's basically the SportDOG SD-425E remote training collar, 3-year warranty, range of up to 450 metres, fantastic waterproofing on the hand piece as well, and also fantastic waterproofing and a good range and good fast response time on the transmitter. So you've got a side button doing corrections, you've got a VT vibration, you've also got another button that will do vibration. Now, here's the thing, when you turn the dial, you will give varying levels of static stim to the dog. So if you watch that light and I turn the dial up to number 1 and then I push the button, you'll see the light flash, and the collar, the receiver collar also has another light that will flash on the inside. So that test light that I've got on there is actually letting you know exactly what's the static pulse the dog is receiving, which again, you've heard me say it before, same as a TENS machine, transcutaneous electronic nerve stimulation, running a current between the 2 muscles to make the muscles work like a physiotherapist would do, or someone in labour using a TENS machine to block pain. So this is an attention getter. We can go into the training a little later on in different videos, and you can also use this in conjunction with our snake avoidance training. So when you push the button at number 1, you'll get a low level stim, and as you increase the levels, you'll get a higher stim. And that'll just go up in little increments. This is not so much a fine-tune, turn the dial, increase the stim level very gradually and lower it down, but what it will allow you to do is to, when you read our training guide, stop your dog chasing cars, make sure your dog's not chasing kangaroos, make sure your dog is off the lead and safe, and you can get instant recall. Over time, you won't have to use it as much, but I'm not here to talk about training. Now, inside the manual as well, I think it's usually on page number 12, and you can actually pick what you want each button to do, and that's more related to coding it into a 2-dog system. All right, we'll leave it there. Click the button if you want to order one. We'll get one in the post to you straight away. And you can call us if you want to have a chat about your specific needs for your dog. Great little remote, fantastic over the years as far as great reviews and reliability, and it's not going to break down within a couple of years. Any problems, you've got a 3-year warranty. Our number is 1300-THE-DOG, 1300-843-364. See you next time.